I was literally just going live until the 5 minutes ban was up, but yeah, that works. It was also just so I can carry on explaining what I was explaining. Right. So, sociopath is where, like, horror movies, they go stabbing the shit out of things, right? A psychopath is completely different. It's actually a lot less bad than a sociopath. Psychopath is just somebody who kind of blunts out emotions, doesn't really focus on them, doesn't really tune into things, stuff like that, right? They have a lack of emotion, lack of empathy, stuff like that. They only really show empathy towards the people they actually care about, right? So, like, there were times when I was like a lot younger where like you're still here, right? Just because my viewer count just went to 0. Okay, yeah, okay, awesome. Right, so, um, basically, when I was like really, really, really young, I had some major issues with making friends. Mainly because I had a tendency to be like, it was because I lived in Andover at the time. It was just shortly after I moved off from Australia. And I was living in Andover, and Andover is not a nice place. It's very rough. It's very, you know, it's rough. It's really rough. You hear a lot of fucked up shit in Andover. Now, it was mainly because of like the other kids and from what I'd heard from them and stuff like that, and it kind of made an impact on me. I was really aggressive. I was really angry all the time. I would even go to the extent of like death threats and stuff like that. I was a fucked up kid, right? And this changed after my mum kicked out my stepdad because my stepdad was really abusive. And it started to change a little bit. Some aspects still stayed, like the lack of empathy, stuff like that, only caring towards people I actually care about, things like that. I still struggled to make friends for quite a while because I was just built different, I guess. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. So psychopathy is just a lack of emotion and empathy, whereas sociopath is, wanting to murder everybody. You know? Make sense? Shall I turn my camera on? If my fucking camera will actually stand up and stay up, please. Peekaboo, my favourite little gremlin. How you doing? What the fuck? Okay, I know you can still hear me, but I can't see whatever you're typing because I've accidentally just changed the channel. What's it fucking... Hang on.
Best shining moment.
What the hell did I just do? Oh my god, Why do I sound out of breath? I'm not. Ugh. Anyways, I'm back. So, yeah. Sorry. I'm hungry. Damn it. I've got like a spot on the inside of my mouth and it hurts like fuck. I think it's just from where I bit the inside of my mouth by accident. A very small one. I think it's like a cut. Should be all good. Still here? You alive? Hello? Motherfucker. I'm so full of ADHD, I love it. Why? What for? What did she find? Did you write about me? No way, no shot. Oh, that kind of stuff. Oh, that's not the response I was expecting. I might cry now. Fuck you, you're making me cry. Hey, I've got a thing that I want you to see if you know. Do you know what this means? Ready? It means kiss me now, fuck me later. What, did I just turn you on by accident? Oh no, my bad, completely by accident, I didn't mean to. Yeah, bullshit. Imagine me with buzzed hair, right? Fuck. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But no, imagine me with buzzed hair, like seriously. Buzzed. Completely. It's going to be even shorter than that. It's pretty much just going to be like that. That does not suit me, does it? But no, whether it's going to suit me or not, I'm going to have to do it because it will save me the trouble. Because a lot of the time I'm having to go down and pick these kids up to go and actually take them to like their class, because a lot of the time they're going to kick and fuss about it. So you got to take them to the fucking class, make sure they actually get there. If they throw any issues, then it's basically one of those cases of like, nope, come on, you're going. And a lot of them have nits, so I've got to be careful. So it is literally just going to be a matter of I'm going to have to shave it completely until it's literally just like the fuzz, you know, like the stubble that you get, until it's fuzz. And then it will save me the trouble. And if after it grows out and I end up getting them, then I'm just going to have to do the whole thing again and just like scrub it a lot. But at least I won't have the issue of dealing with that shit. Yeah, I went to cadets as well, actually. Back when I still had a little bit of muscle. I went to go do cadets for a while. Yeah, a lot of shit happened there, actually. Yeah, I did cadets a while ago. It was like maybe 2 years ago now. I was one based in London. Yeah, a lot of shit happened there. Yeah, I was a leading cadet, right? So I had my own little troop to look after. Now, I was running some weapon checks, firing range, that kind of shit, right? Oh no, it's fine. You don't need to be sorry. But yeah, we were doing weapon checks and we were doing firing range practice, right? This kid, barely younger than me. He checked his weapon, as he should. He knew how to dismantle it, he knew how he built it together, that type of shit. He knew what he was doing. Except he forgot one of the most crucial fucking parts of his fucking basic training, right? And that was, you do not have your finger wrapped around the trigger unless you are ready to fire it. Always have it on the side like that. Say you're holding it, you don't have your finger over the trigger like that, you have it on the side of the gun like that. You never, unless you're actively pointing it at somebody and ready to shoot, never have it, right? Exactly, rule number fucking 1, right? He fucked it up, he was checking his weapon, pulled it to the side like that, checking it, had his finger over the fucking trigger while he was checking it, nearly fucking dropped it, and squeezed, obviously, to like grab it again, straight up, right there where my finger is, that's where the bullet was. It literally shot directly over my fucking, like directly next to my neck, nearly took me the fuck out. I also have scars on my back from a completely different incident. That's a fun one. But that wasn't to do with cadets, that was something outside of cadets. Hang on, I'll see if there's enough light in here to show you. I'll turn the light on real quick. No, I'm not stripping for you already, calm down. Right, I'll see if you can even see it. Right, position myself, there we go. Right, on my back, you should see 3 small lines somewhere. You see them? Yeah? That was from when some drunk guy outside the bus stop smashed one of the windows and was just randomly chucking glass at people. So, yeah, I got 3 shards of glass slashed across my back from when he threw it. So, one was just kind of a scrape, but it scarred. Another was a little bit different. It went a little bit deeper. The third one, though, which was the deepest, the bottom one. I went back home, wrapped myself up, you know, I'm basic in medical because, you know, cadet. So I knew what I was doing. I went home, grabbed a shit ton of alcohol from the cupboard and just poured some on there and wrapped it up. Poured a little bit on the bandage just to keep that sanitary. There's a spot there and I don't like it. Whatever. And basically, when my mum got back, she was just like, "The fuck happened to you?" It's like, so I explained it to her, and she's just like, "Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna go to the hospital in the morning." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." I'm honestly surprised we didn't go then and there. To be fair, there was a lot of blood on my shirt. But I was fine in the morning. We went to hospital, got it checked. Turns out the piece of glass in question was about that close to the bottom of my spine. Put my finger really close, right? That close to the bottom of my spine. If it went any further and penetrated any deeper or got in between my spine in any way, it would have paralyzed me from about waist down. Wasn't fun. There was another time. You make me so concerned. I promise, I'm okay. I'm in none of this trouble anymore. Believe me, if you knew half the shit that I'd done, and believe me, you will know, there are just some things that I'm always going to keep a secret, because not even my own fucking mother's ready to hear about some of this shit that has happened to me. But, you know, oh, whatever. Anyways, what was it? There's another incident, actually. I think I've got a scar on my knee somewhere. Yeah, it's very faded, but it's there. Hang on. Oh. That right there, you see it? In between my fingers there. You see that? On the knee by somebody. What else was there? Oh yeah, there was the time in cadets where one of the new entries from a different group. I heard news from one of my mates who was also a leading cadet of a different group, and said like, "Hey, I've just heard some rumors, like somebody in my group's just kind of like, I heard that you did something recently," and I'm like, "Should I be concerned?" And he's just like, "Yeah, you should." Turns out he R-worded somebody, and I'm just like, right. Do we know who his poor victim was? It's like, yeah, and he gave me a name. I don't know what emotion hit me first, whether it was sadness or rage, because I heard my own younger sister's name. So I said to him, it's just like, right, take your body cam with you, we need to go sort something out. So I took him with me, he had his body cam on, and I questioned the guy in question about it. I said to him, it's like, hey, look, do you know anything about this? It's like, no, I don't know. I'm like, you sure? Because you've got everybody in your group saying that you've done something, and you know, this, that, and the other. And it's like, no, I don't know anything about it. I said to him, okay. So I called my sister, and I said to her, it's like, hey, you okay? Has anything happened recently? Are you good? And she tried saying yeah to begin with, and then just stopped and started crying, and I asked her, as if I didn't already know, saying like, hey, what happened? Are you okay? And obviously told me what happened to her, and it was a video call. So I flipped the phone and basically went, is this the guy who did it? And she seemed to be shocked from the fact that I even knew him, and went, yeah. I was like, alright, thank you. I'll talk to you. I said to her, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, I'll be back home soon. And at this point, the guy I was questioning was very fucking shaky. He was static. He was all over the place. The cheeky cunt reached for his gun. So I managed some fucking how to get mine out quicker. But not before he now, I'll see if I can find it. Now, I got him, but he only got a little bit of me. Hang on. Let me just quickly adjust the camera. You are going to see a foot here, I hope you know that, but that's the idea, because that's where the scar is. Right there, on the back of my heel, just there. I don't know if you can see it. Hang on. Yeah, right there. You see that? Yep. He took a little bit of my heel, the side of my foot. But obviously, because I was aiming higher than him at the time, it was just because his finger tightened after I don't know how I've lived with it, but I shot him twice there, once there. Just kind of in a hopeful spray. I mean, yeah, but as much as I would like to say serves him right, and it does, I struggled for a fucking while after that. And that's not even the worst fucking thing that's ever happened to me. Unfortunately. There's one other thing that was definitely worse. I'm gonna go back onto the game to tell you this one because, yeah, true. I'm gonna go back onto the game for this one because I obviously want to hear what you have to say because this one is pretty important. So I'll see you back on here, okay? Yeah. See you in a sec.